So in this video, let's have a look at the different parts that are involved in role center navigation. So let's first look at the headline at the top. And over here, what you see is the name of the company that you are in. So as we had mentioned in our introduction and in the first lecture about the role center, we can have multiple companies within one database. And you can switch the company you are in by clicking on the company button over here and selecting the company that you wish to be in. Now, the most important part of the role center for your daily work is the ribbon at the top. Now, this ribbon contains shortcuts to the parts of the software you will use most frequently. For example, you can click on contacts. This will open the list of contacts in your database. Now, we will explore this list and the contacts in more detail in a later video. For now, we are just focusing on navigation through the software. So as you can see, clicking on the contacts in the role center takes you to the contacts list. And to return back to the role center, you can click on the company name at the top, such as over here. For example, it is 365 Pros. In a Cronus database, it would be Cronus AU. Now, if you remember in our previous videos, we had also said that you can also use keyboard shortcuts. So to do the same actions, what you can do is click on Alt button on your keyboard, and that is for your Windows PC. And you will see that the shortcut buttons are now highlighted over here. So if I want to go to contacts, I need to click on C as represented over here on the screen, right? And then it will take me back to, the contacts list. Now, if I want to go back to the role center page using the keyboard shortcuts, again, I click on Alt key and that highlights the shortcut. In this case, the company shortcut is JZ. All right. And as soon as I type that, you will see that I go back to my role center page. So once you get used to the shortcuts on the keyboard, your daily task activities becomes really fast paced. So basically, the ribbon of actions provide you the shortcut to the most important parts of the software for your daily tasks. Now, how do you know what most important parts are for you? So ideally, your administrator will set up a role for you, for your department or your team, and ask you about the most important parts for your daily processes and then provide them for you. Now, if this hasn't been done for you, you can also do some customization at your end. For example, if I go and click on contacts over here, okay, in the list page, and this is true for every list page, right? You will see that there is a bookmark button over here, which is right now active, right? So if I toggle this bookmark, that means if I unselect this, and now if I go back to my role center, you will see that the contacts link has gone away. So basically what this does is that you can keep the shortcuts that you will be using every day on your day-to-day basis. And the ones that you do not use most frequently, you can get rid of them as well. Now you might ask me a question, okay, how do I get my contacts back? Well, we can get that by using the global search. Now, this is a powerful tool, and we will discuss about this tool in a great detail in our upcoming videos. But just for navigation purpose, we will use this global search. And what we can do is we can search for contacts. And over here, you can see that the contact list is available. Now, once you highlight this, you can select the bookmark here, or you can go into the contacts list and then select the bookmark again over here. And if you go back, you will see that the contacts link or the shortcut link is now available. Now, there might be areas of the system that you use regularly, but not daily. And these can be organized into sections at the top that you see over here, right? So for example, clicking on sales opens a menu with more links, such as, customers. And when you hover over an action, it shows a tooltip explaining what happens when you click it. All right. So for example, over here it says view or edit detailed information for the customers that you trade with. So basically, if you do not know about any particular section or action, you can hover on it, and basically you will get a tooltip which will be really helpful. So the key takeaway is that the ribbon contains shortcuts to the most important parts of the software for you and your team. Other sections contains part of the system you need regularly, but not daily. Now, if you need to go somewhere and a quick link is not available over here and you don't know what it's called, you can usually use the global search, which is quite powerful. However, if you don't know the name, finding it can be challenging. So, in that case, Microsoft also provides a list of every table or page in the software, and that you can access through this burger menu. So, if you click on it, it shows all the actions available in your role center with a search feature to highlight actions containing specific letters. So, for example, if I want to search about sales, so it will highlight the sales in every particular part. So in home, under sales, under posted documents, under administration. So this way you can search for a particular term that you're looking for. You can also click on explore more roles to see all the tables and pages in the Business Central. Now, this can be a little overwhelming at this moment, so it's best to organize your role center to suit your daily work. In my day-to-day work, I rarely use this part of tables, but it might be interesting to explore. So you can search for specific parts like, let's say sales or maybe finance, and then look for the particular area that you want to go to. All right, so let's just go back to our role center again. Now, this top section is for navigating the system, and that is followed by the actions part that you see over here. Okay, like the sales code, sales invoice, sales order, so on and so forth. Now, what action does is actions allow you to quickly start a business process like creating a sales order. So, when you click on these actions, it does not open a list page like contacts or customers. It actually creates a record. So, it opens up a card form where you can actually create a sales code or a sales invoice or a sales order. Now, the next section that you would see in a role center is the tiles section that you see over here. Okay. Now, these tile sections or queues shows information on the data you are working with. So these tiles may look different for each user, showing personalized data. So, for example, as a sales and relationship manager, which is the current role center that I'm in, I see 6 open opportunities over here, and 5 overdue opportunities, and 9 closed opportunities over here. And if I click on these tiles, it will take me to the relevant list. So, for example, if I want to see all the open opportunities, I can click on the tile and it will take me to the list of all the open opportunities over here. So, this is basically a filtered list to show my relevant data. All right, so let's just go back again. Now, you might also have reports on your role center providing a quick business insights. You may also see some charts and embedded Power BI reports as well. So let's just have a quick overview of the navigation parts that we discussed. So basically, this particular area is your navigation content area, which contains your shortcuts on the ribbon as well as the actions, right? And the first part is the navigation menu. Now, the top level navigation provides access to relevant entity lists for the roles area of the business. And then next comes the navigation bar. Now, these items show the most useful entity list in users' business processes. These are generally placed in the order that reflects the business process sequence. So, for example, you will see an order like contacts, opportunities, then codes and orders, so on and so forth, right? Now, below that comes the action bar. Now, the action area is designed for running the most important and the most often used tasks and the operations required by the user. And actions typically target card type pages that enable users to create new records, such as customers, invoices, sales codes, invoice, so on and so forth. Now, there is something that you will also see in some of the role centers, which are the headlines. Now, this section displays a series of automatically changing headlines that provide users with, let's say, up to date information and insights into the business and daily work. Again, you would also see different queues, out of which there are white data queues, and action queues. White data queues, these are a set of queues for displaying large numbers like monetary values, whereas data queues provide visual representation of aggregated business data, such as number of open sales invoices or number of open opportunities, so on and so forth, right? And action queues are the tiles that link tasks or operations, like opening another page, starting a video, targeting another URL, or running a code. Now, in some of the role centers, you will also see chart, you will also see card, part, or list pages, and you will also see control add-ins. Now, the charts are basically a graphic and interactive representation of your business data that can be sourced by a custom business chart control add-in or an embedded Power BI report. The card part or the list page displays data fields in form of tabular layout, and the control add-ins displays custom content by using HTML-based control add-in. So basically, to conclude, the role center helps you navigate the system, start processes quickly, and view the data that you have been working with. Now, in our next lecture, we will look at the contacts list, which represents Business Central in a nutshell. So every list, whether contacts, items, vendors, customers, or sales orders, has the same layout. We will learn how to manipulate data and understand the layout of these lists. I will look forward to seeing you in the next lecture when we will discuss the contacts.